Good evening. Eagle-eyed viewer Bill Hodgson has written me a letter. He writes, "Dear Victoria, having watched the series so far, have you by any chance been getting into DIY? If you're running short of ideas, why don't you write a letter ostensibly about DIY to form the basis of one of your perplexing intro remarks? You'd probably have to do it yourself anyway, as obviously the whole series is recorded well in advance, so I couldn't possibly have seen any shows already and am clearly made up. And none of your production team could write the letter, as I doubt you'll be able to explain what's going on here with enough clarity to get across the baffling meta-concept. Love the show. Yours sincerely, Bill Hodgson." What a lovely letter. Joining me this evening are, on my right, Jenny Forrest, a keen swimmer who got stuck in a toilet on a camping holiday. Belinda Weir, an amateur jam maker who used to have 2 lambs named Short and Curly. And their captain, Oliver Forrest, an English graduate who can count to 10 in Cumbrian sheep counting language. All members of the Forrest family, they are the Forrests. So, Oliver, you won your opening game, but you're the team that won its opening game last year and then had to pull out because your sister Jenny's twins arrived. So this is the furthest you've ever got in the competition. Feeling nervous?
To be fair, we've got the babies down with us again, and I think we've all had a fairly restless night looking after them, so we'll see. This might be the furthest we ever get in this competition.
Good luck. You are playing against, on my left, Marianne Johnson, a singer and composer who was reprimanded by Tom Wilkinson in a supermarket queue. Ivan Brett, a philosophy graduate who once played a left-handed piano on Newsround. And their captain, Thomas Halliday, a paleontologist who was made to wear an electric pet collar by a group of Japanese students. All members of the Crouch End Festival chorus, they are the Choristers. Thomas, what does the fox say?
Yeah, so I haven't learnt this since last time we were on. That was the answer to a question. I'm sure Ivan could do a very good...
No, I assumed it wouldn't come up again, so...
Yeah, entirely forgot.
2 winning teams are here, but who will win this evening? Let's find out by playing the quiz. Forrests, you won the toss. You're going first. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Horned viper, please.
The horned viper. What is the connection between these apparently random clues? Here's the first.
Next, please. Did they all die on the toilet?
Close enough. They all died in lavatories. Let's have a look at all 4 clues. What can you tell me about what we're looking at?
So Vince Vega is shot by... Is he shot by Butch in Pulp Fiction?
Bruce Willis.
By Bruce Willis's character.
Yes, Bruce Willis's character, Butch, exactly so.
Donald Gennaro, not sure. Is he killed by a dinosaur?
I mean, of course. And he runs into a loo and Jeff Goldblum quips, "When you gotta go, you gotta go." And what about the other 2 clues you didn't need?
Moaning Myrtle is the ghost who is killed by the basilisk in the second Harry Potter book.
I'm not going to correct you on that. Who she's killed by could be seen as a spoiler by some people who haven't read it yet. She comes back as a ghost. She says this to Harry Potter: "My whole body sort of seized up and then I was floating away. And then I came back again. I was determined to haunt Olive Hornby, you see. Oh, she was sorry she'd ever laughed at my glasses." Words that really ring true for Only Connect fans, isn't it? She didn't want her glasses laughed at. And Tywin Lannister is shot with a crossbow by his son Tyrion while visiting the Privy. A proud end for him. Very well done. Early buzzing gets you 3 points. Choristers, what would you like?
We'll have Twisted Flax, please.
OK. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please. Xylophone. And so they're translations from musical instruments.
Yes.
We think these are translations of names of musical instruments.
3 points for you too. You could be even more specific than that. Translations of...
Percussion instruments?
Percussion instruments, that's absolutely right. Let's bring up all the clues, see if you can tell me what those instruments are.
OK, so the one that got us would sound is xylophone.
That's right.
Soft loud is pianoforte. Bell play, that's glockenspiel. And heavenly.
Celeste?
Oh, yeah.
It is Celeste, a struck idiophone. That's absolutely right. Since you're in such good quizzing form, can you give me a sound-related word that's an anagram of percussion?
Supersonic.
Supersonic. Very good anagramming. Excellent stuff. My goodness, this is going to be a short evening. Back to you, Forrest, for a choice.
Lion, please.
Lion. These are going to be picture clues. What connects them? Here's the first.
Daisies. Next, please. Yeah, that definitely is.
That's it. I don't know about the first one. Go for the third one, I think, just to be sure.
Okay, next, please.
Desktop.
We think these are all desktop backgrounds on computers.
I need to hear something specific.
They Microsoft.
They are Microsoft default wallpapers. You didn't need to see the last clue. Windows 7 at the end there. But actually, the third one, some people say that is the most viewed photograph in the world, that wallpaper for Windows XP. Well done. 2 points to you. Choristers, what would you like?
We'll have water, please.
Water. OK, what is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Okay, so that's sport. OK, next, please.
Are they represented by the same number?
Has it been banned?
Hang on, is it basketball or baseball? NBC.
No, neither.
I'm sorry, it's a network.
No.
Oh, it does.
Next, please.
Lufthansa. Is it to do with having these bands?
Yeah. But how would you describe that?
Like a sunbeam?
Should we go for one more? OK, next, please.
Just got birds.
They all have birds.
They're all birds.
They all have birds in the logo.
They all have birds in their logos. Can you describe those logos?
Well, Twitter is it's blue and white. It sort of alternates. It's got a little tweeting songbird. Lufthansa has it's some kind of stork or ibis or something, isn't it?
It's a
sort of
crane. A flying crane in a circle. Yes.
Other two. I mean, I'm not sure actually.
I thought NBC had the sort of fan of feathers with maybe like a cutout bird in the middle.
Oh, so it's a
It's a peacock.
Peacock, right.
It's a peacock, and it's supposed to be celebrating colour, of course, because colour television, that's why a peacock's tail. And Nestlé, it's mother thrush and baby thrushes, and that's because the founder of the company's name is Henry Nestlé, and Nestlé means little nest.
Right.
So it's a thrush, as it were, looking after babies in the nest. Very well done. All have birds in the logos. Back to you, Forrests. What would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. A welcome silence. It's not the music question. It's just normal clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
Anti-vax.
Next, please.
It's just kind of sharp. Pound sharp.
It's pound safe for me. That sounds like a quote ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Next, please.
What was it called? Can't remember.
Think of that. I've got anti-vax. Could have double. Is it ExxonMobil?
Yes.
Next,
double
please.
X, double X. It is, yeah.
These all contain a double X.
They all contain a double X. What are these clues?
First one is anti-vaxxer. Not sure about the second one. The last one is Jamie Foxx. The third one, is that ExxonMobil? Something to do with that?
Exxon Valdez.
Exxon Valdez.
Yes. And the second one, what do you think? If it contains XX and it's a discount shop, I can tell you that Ridiculous Possibilities is a slogan in one of its marketing campaigns.
TK Maxx.
Oh, yeah, TK Maxx.
It's TK Maxx, exactly. They all contain XX. Very well done. So, Choristers, one question remains. It's the music question, but this should be no problem for you. You're all quizzing very well. It should be simple. You'll be hearing your clues. I expect you to get it after one clue only, but shout next if you want another one. First is coming in now.
Next, please.
It's Ellen. I don't know what's done.
Next, please.
Yeah, but that's and that is the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Next, please.
Stephen and the Sons of David.
So it's 3 to 3. We think these are all sort of phrases that have 3 parts.
3-part phrases, exactly so. What did we hear?
Well, the third one is from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, the Maura Kearney score. And the fourth one was Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
The second one is sung by Ella Fitzgerald, but I don't know what the standard is.
Ella Fitzgerald singing Bewitched, Bothered and Bewildered.
It was.
And the first one?
The first one we didn't know at all.
Young, Gifted and Black. I'm none of them, but it was a tribute to the playwright Lorraine Hansberry. Very well done, 3-part phrases. That means at the end of round 1, the Choristers have 5 points, the Forrests have 6. On to the sequences round. What comes forth in a sequence? And Forrests, you may go first again. What would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. OK, we'll be seeing the first in a series of clues. What comes forth? Time starts now.
Next, please.
So it's a letter of...
No, they're all on the same line. Next, please. States.
Arkansas, Arizona, so the biggest states would be...
Is it Alaska? Is it latest job?
Yeah, OK.
3 seconds.
AL?
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Choristers, do you know?
Oh, it's a bit of a blind guess, but TX?
Not it either. Why do you say TX?
US state abbreviations, but we're wondering... I mean, I was thinking north to south, or maybe getting bigger, or... sorry, south to north, and then getting bigger.
And what were you thinking over there?
Sort of, is it borders? Is it Hawaii and Alaska?
The first two are Hawaii and Alaska. The third is Arizona, but it's when they joined the Union. So we're going backwards. Most recent is Hawaii, Alaska, Arizona. Before that, NM for New Mexico would be next.
Okay.
And why would the fifth answer be acceptable?
If they joined at the same time, presumably.
No,
No?
because it would be OK.
Oh, I see.
Oklahoma would be fifth if you were going backwards. So you're all in the right area, but nobody gave me the answer, so no points there. Choristers, what would you like?
We'll have lion, please.
Lion. What would come forth? In this sequence, here's the first.
OK, next, please. People that, okay, next, please. Right, who was they playing? Was it people who won a particular... I mean, I don't know. That kind of sequence from time to time. I mean, we don't really know what it is.
Let's try Minelli.
Minelli?
And why would that be?
I mean, we're not really sure. We think that these are people who have sort of inhabited a particular role.
I see. Not a sequence, I'm afraid. Forrest, do you know?
German Otter?
I will take German Otter. It's not what we've got. What do you think we've got, and why am I taking your answer?
Gaga?
We've
Lady
got
Gaga.
Gaga. What is the sequence?
It's A Star Is Born. Janet Gaynor, Judy Garland, Barbara Streisand and Lady Gaga.
That's exactly right. So you were right. It is a role that was sequentially inhabited, and it's A Star Is Born. These were the women that were born as stars, and the most recent Lady Gaga or Stephanie German Otter. Well done. You get the bonus point. And what would you like for your own question?
Water, please.
Water. OK. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
GM, 10 billion GM. So what
Next,
would it
please.
be then? IBM is the first company, so Microsoft. So it's either Apple or Microsoft, yeah. Apple, yeah.
1 trillion Apple.
Is the right answer. And why?
I think these are the first companies to be worth that amount of money on the stock market.
That's exactly right. In the sequences, we're adding a 0 to the figure each time, so 1 trillion Apple. And Amazon reached that same milestone about a month later, but Apple were first. So here, fourth. Well done. Choristers, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
OK. 2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Some reflex. OK, so shall we start? Next, please. So reflex. So reflex. Something like acute. So we wanted a serious illness or something.
What if it's acute because it's a funny
and acute is equal to 0.
Okay.
So what?
Do you want to go for the third? I'm not sure.
Accent. Accent that goes up. French.
An accent in language for over a letter.
What sort of accent?
An acute
One that goes up.
accent.
Oh, if that's what you meant, then
one
it's
that
the
goes
right
up,
answer. An accent is correct, as long as it's an acute accent. What's going on here? Let's look at all the clues.
So an involuntary reaction is a reflex. If you're slow to understand, you're obtuse. Not left is right, and intense is acute. So these are angles getting smaller.
Exactly right. Angles of decreasing size, so something that means acute. We went with intense, but that would describe certain accents as well. Very good. Forrests, what would you like?
Horned viper, please.
OK, what would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Be the first. Next, please. Next, please.
Yeah. So
What's that?
it's not.
Why?
It's a mathematical equation.
Is it 1 to 0, 0 to 1?
Is it not?
Is it?
I think it's so. I think it's.
You sure?
Yeah.
What's 1 to 0, 0 to 1? Why is that? Why is that not?
I don't know, but I think. I just. Yeah.
Okay. Something that means war?
For example,
Vietnam conflict.
that'll do. We just had conflict. Well done. What is this?
Is it make love, not war?
It is the peace slogan, make love, not war. And that third clue, that's how not would be depicted in electronic logic gate. That's what that represents. Make love, not war. Choristers, one question remains. A picture question. You'll be seeing a series of pictures. What would come forth? Time starts now.
Sophie Ellis Baxter.
Okay. Next, please.
Sarah Milligan.
Next, please.
Bergen, Timothy Spall.
Oh, it's the wives. So it's who is married to. So because it's Sophie Dutch as well.
Sarah from Married to
Oh
Andrew.
no, so they're getting older. So she was married to Charles. So you've got someone who has a first name Camilla.
Yeah.
No, but that is her. So.
The second of our course.
I mean, we're looking for someone who has the first name Camilla, and we're entirely blanking on other people called Camilla who are not Camilla
OK.
Parker Bowles.
Well, I think I'll take it. But have a look at that third clue and have another go.
Oh, sorry, we want someone... Yes, we want somebody whose first name is Diana and someone whose first name is Camilla.
Exactly so.
Yes,
Does that
so
help?
we
Can you
want,
think of
like-
any people
so
called
like
either of those things?
Diana Ross, and
Camilla Dallerup from Strictly.
oh, thank God for
Diana
that.
Ross and Camilla Dallerup from Strictly is a perfect answer. Of course, I have to take just Camilla because that is the wife of Charles.
Yeah.
These are the first names of royal spouses, and the order is the children of Queen Elizabeth II getting older. So Sophie, the wife of Edward, Sarah of Andrew, Mark and Timothy, the Princess Royal's husbands, and I wanted to hear Diana and Camilla. Well done for thinking of those people. That means at the end of round 2, the Choristers have 10 points, the Forrests have 11. Let's see if we can make things a little bit more difficult with a connecting wall. 16 jumbled up clues that the teams need to sort into 4 connected groups of 4. Choristers, you'll be going first this time. Would you like lion or water?
I want lion, please.
Lion. OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve this wall, starting now.
Okay, and for me, there's Einstein and Bosch and Peter. So those are, shall we start trying?
Yeah.
Oh, and Rembrandt. Who is probably in the...
Okay, so Punch and Judy.
We've also got
Davy Lamp, Fog Lamp.
We've also got
Lava
from
Lamp.
the Monkeys, Davy, Mickey, and
Oh,
Peter.
very good. Is that only 4 of them, though?
No, it might be Mike rather than Mickey.
Yeah, but are there?
Yeah, there are 4 of them altogether. Yes.
So let's go for them. Davy, Peter,
I don't. Oh,
Great. Okay, so there's also there's Punch and Judy. So are they puppets or are they?
So the one we're not sure about here is plasma's very...
Plasma, hurricane, lava.
They also they sound like the sort of thing that you might give your name as a gladiator.
Okay, so let's do some artists because we could
Okay,
just
so
play around.
Rembrandt, Bosch. Vermeer and...
Oh, are they sorry, they're vacuum cleaners.
oh, right, okay. Which are
I don't know, I mean, or maybe like washing machines. Bosch, Hurricane, I don't know.
Crest.
Okay, let's go back, sorry, let's go back to it.
So artists, there are still quite a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we've taken Peter out. So Rembrandt, Bosch, and Steen.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, right down to
Okay, so
3 lives now, plenty of time.
And so lamps.
Right.
Lava lamp.
Plasma lamp.
Hurricane
Fog
lamp.
and hurricane lamp.
Leaving. Crest, Signal, Punch and Judy,
There's also a
Rembrandt.
there's also a signal lamp as well. Do they contain?
Okay, so Crest, Punch and Judy, and Rembrandt. Are these?
Hand.
So Punch and Judy, politics. Punch and Judy, show. There are 2 of them that hammers and
Do they contain?
Let's try one.
Okay. So what? Lava,
Yep.
hurricane, signal,
And fog.
and fog.
No. Okay. Signal fire.
Is there a character called Rembrandt in something?
I feel like there is, but I can't remember what it is
I
off the
don't
top
know
of my
that
head.
that is particularly helpful
No.
either. So we did those for. We'll take plasma in there, along with lava, fog, and hurricane.
Yeah, let's try it.
You've solved the wall. Very well done. So that's 4 points immediately for the groups. What about the connections? Tell me about the first group, Mickey, Davy, Mike, Peter.
They are members of the Monkeys.
They're all from the Monkeys. Terrific. And the next one, Vermeer, Steen and so on.
These are Dutch painters.
They're all Dutch painters. And the next group, Fog, Plasma, Hurricane, Lava.
Those are types of lamp.
They are lamps. And the last group, Crest, Signal, Punch and Judy, Rembrandt.
Waves.
They're not waves. They're toothpastes.
Oh!
Crest, Signal,
Oh, the kids one.
Punch
I
and
used to
Judy
have
was a
that.
children's one. Yeah, you could get banana flavour. And Rembrandt, they are all toothpastes.
Toothpaste.
But you did find
okay.
all 4 groups and you gave me 3 connections. That's a total of 7. Let's bring their opponents in now, give them the other wall and see how they get on with it. Welcome back, Forrests. You have 2.5 minutes to solve your wall, starting now.
There is German company Bosch, Miele Bosch, Candy, washing machines, Whirlpool.
Anything else?
There must be another one.
Bush makes.
Bush,
Yeah. I think it's
Run
Bosch
Run,
and
Crusade, Fiona, Jane, Luke, no idea. Bosch, Lady Godiva, no hair. Venus, are these all beautiful women? Or
Yeah,
something?
Lady Godiva,
Venus.
Venus.
Is there anything else that connects them? Famously naked. Venus was naked in that.
Oh yes, that's
picture.
right.
Yes, that's true.
Jane was. Why do I think Jane was naked? Going on in my head.
Candy in that Walk on the Wild Side.
Yeah.
Sandy, maybe.
But it must be a word one, so pie. Some
Anything else?
pie boiled pie, my pie.
Is it Velvet Underground songs?
Oh yes, so they are Venus.
Anything else?
And Venus, yeah.
Lady Godiva. I thought it was Crook, Crusade, Luke. What else have we got? Sandy, maybe.
Oh gosh, pie. Luke is one of the
Lukewarm,
apostles.
pie
Lukewarm, pie warm, Luke.
Candy cane. Yeah.
Luke Kane. Anagrams of anything.
Hilltop.
Hilltop, High Top. Crusade.
Okay.
3 lives now.
Okay, so if we're still looking at Velvet Underground,
Not
was
got
Run
Run
Run?
Run.
Run, is that?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Run 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 though, Velvet Underground? Maybe?
Well, no, I think, well,
Okay. Candy, Jane, Lady Godiva maybe, if we tried that.
okay, try it with
What
Venus
have we got?
next time. Lady Godiva, Sandy, Fiona and Luke. No.
Maybe Sandy, Fiona and Luke. Okay, well, let's-
One more
so
life.
we've got
20 seconds.
Road of Horse, I don't know, Coventry, Run, is it a word one?
Let's go Luke, Fiona, Jane, Sandy.
No, that's it. That's your 3rd life. The wall has frozen. But you found 2 groups. What are the connections? Starting Bush.
So the sort of white goods manufacturers, like washing machines.
Washing machine manufacturers. And the next group, Hill, Pie, Crook, Crusade.
Crossed, no, top.
Yeah, you'd have Top after them.
No, isn't that odd? You found that group, but you don't know the link. you can put shepherds before them. Shepherd's Hill, Shepherd's Pie, Shepherd's Crusade. And, of course, you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. There we are. Luke, Sandy, Run Run, Fiona.
Yeah.
What's that? Luke, Sandy, Run Run, Fiona. Are they songs by...
I don't know.
Any idea?
No, they're not.
No.
They are people called Shaw. Luke Shaw, the footballer, Sandy Shaw, the singer, Run Run Shaw, Hong Kong film mogul, and the actor Fiona Shaw. They are Shaws. And the last group, Candy, Jane, Venus, Lady Godiva.
That Velvet Underground songs.
That is the Velvet Underground songs. But you found 2 groups and you gave me 2 connections. That's a total of 4. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Forrests have 15 points, the Choristers have 17. Missing vowels time now, so fingers on buzzers teams. I can tell you that the first group are all fronts. Forrests.
Brighton Seafront.
Correct. Choristers.
Weatherfront.
Correct. Choristers.
Rebecca Front.
Correct. Forrests.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Well done. Next category, terms meaning inebriated. Forrests.
3 sheets to the wind.
Correct. Forrests.
Tired and emotional.
I am not. More old-fashioned one, this. 1 over the 8. Next clue. Choristers?
Brahms and Liszt.
Well, of course. Next category, children's books that have won the Carnegie Medal. Choristers?
Watership Down.
Correct. Forrests?
Tom's Midnight Garden.
Correct. Forrests?
Northern Lights.
Yes, it is. Choristers?
The Owl Service?
Yes, by Alan Garner. The bell has gone for the end of the quiz, and looking at the final scores. The Forrests have 21 points, the Choristers have 22. Choristers, you squeak into the next round. Forrests, there's no escape for you. You quizzed brilliantly, very close, and you'll have another chance to get into the next round, which may or may not be the quarter-final later in the competition. Well done, all of you. Very, very good stuff. Thanks very much for watching. But before we go, I'm afraid I've got a bit of bad news for some of our crew. We've had a memo from the BBC Inclusivity Department pointing out that it's very important to make space on TV productions for people from the margins of society, those who are too often overlooked, isolated and ostracised. And it turns out, having done a full audit, they think we've overdone it. They'd like us to pull things back a bit. Goodbye.